What's up, Beat Chasers? My name is Chase, and this is Chasing the Beats. Today's going to be a fun one. I'm actually really excited, and the reason for that is because the song that was recommended is Everybody Drops by Ren. And the reason why I'm so excited about this one is in one of the previous reacts that I did, the video that it was, and I'm trying to think of what it was. It might have been one with Liv or, it could have been Liv, Sam, Chinchilla, one of the ones that I've done a collab with. I said the intro and the way that he was singing, I was like, oh, this actually sounds kind of country, and I wasn't sure if Ren had done a country song. And so Yona Grossman, or Grossman, I'm not sure how they pronounce it, but either way, they recommended this song and said, hey, you know what, this is as close to country as you're going to get with Ren. And he even said, I believe, but if he did decide to do a full country song, he would kill it, and we all know that he would. Just look at what he's done so far. And so, again, I'm excited to jump into this one, see and hear what it's going to sound like and the vibe of it. So, again, this song is going to be Everybody Drops by Ren, and the video is the official visualizer, which I saw the little thumbnail for it, so I realized that it looks like it's an animated video. So let's jump into it. You know what we do. Let's react. Let's go.
I've been on a run for so long, I don't know where I'm going. Trying to find my way back to home, I don't show no signs of slowing. But we all must stop. Eventually everybody drops.
Okay. Yeah, so again, it's cool. So I was right on this. So it is an animated video, and this just goes to show that Ren is so, he just changes things up. He just makes it happen in such a different way. So it's cool to see him animated. When I've been animated myself, it's kind of like, that's interesting. That's what I look like, or that's what I'm perceived as, or, that's the features that are picked up. So again, it's just interesting seeing Ren being animated, but cool that he's switching it up, keeping it interesting. And I really like the screen that I stopped on because, it's giving props where props are due. We all know that Ren, gives credit and appreciates everybody around him. He knows that everybody helps him get to the place that he's going, including the fans. So it shows that the audio is by Ren. It's written and produced by Ren for Demos Volume 2, and then in association with visual and art direction. So it's just cool to see him giving credit. And not only that, it's Ren in the past has actually credited YouTube reactors as people that have helped make it happen to help him make it big. So again, he recognizes that the fans are they are there to help him, and why he's taken the copyright off of his videos and music so that they can be used without, getting in trouble if you're not following the certain guidelines to avoid the copyright infringement. So again, just really cool of Ren. It shows him as a person and his personality and how he just walks through life, which is really cool. Now, as far as the song goes, what I'm grabbing from it so far is just like, he's not going to stop. He is making it happen, but at the end of the day, everybody drops. There's going to be a burnout. There's going to be a time where we fall, we falter, we are not making it happen. So yeah, so far a really cool song. I'm going to take it back to the beginning. Just again, I want to see Ren animated, and yeah, just I'm enjoying the song. It does sound a little country. It's not fully country, obviously, but great recommendation. I think that this goes hand in hand with what I said about the song. So loving the beat, loving the sound. Let's get back to it.
I've been on a run for so long, I don't know where I'm going. Trying to find my way back to home, I don't show no signs of slowing. But we all must stop. Eventually everybody drops. Yes, I was a pusher. Yes, I was a pushing pusher. I pushed myself hard till I couldn't push.
Hold on, I want to break that down a little bit. Yes, I was a pushing pusher pushing pusher. I think the second pushing pusher is just to accentuate the song, but yeah, I was a pushy pushing pusher. Um, excuse me, I apologize. But he talked about how he lost his way. He's trying to get back home. He doesn't know which direction he's going, but he's pushing forward. And then, everybody's got to stop or, everybody's going to drop. And so, he was being a pushy pusher, pushing pusher. Oh, try saying that a bunch fast. So, but yeah, despite not knowing, and trying to make his way back home, which is trying to be his true self, is the way that I took it. So I think he lost himself a little bit for a bit there based on this song, but he's being pushy and trying to push forward despite not having a direction and trying to make it back to himself and everything like that. And so, yeah, 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 yeah.
Drops. Yes, I
Oh, and again, this is taking away from country. So again, maybe a little bit like country, but obviously getting into this takes it away completely.
was a pusher. A pusher? Yes, I was a pushing pusher. I pushed myself hard till I couldn't push no farther. My father, he told me, son, you work too goddamn harder. But lager, he stopped me from thinking. Am I drinking? Glass clinking, never sinking. My ability to keep on linking to the rhythms of this world. I denied myself love and my self-loathing it grows. I'm wishing for repose, but my brain it never slows.
Mm.
Every single
Man, I can relate with that. My brain never slows. Like there is not a time where my brain is not going. And it's crazy to think that there are people out there that don't have a voice in their head, that don't hear inner thoughts. They see things in a different way inside their mind, which I can't even conceptualize because I don't know. My brain does not work that way. And then there's other people that their brain is just silent, and that's a few. That's a select few. It's not very big, but they don't see things in their mind. They can't hear a voice. Like so if you try and visualize an apple in your head, how do you see it? And that's what I'm talking about. Can you visualize the apple? Are you just telling yourself about the apple? What is it there? And so, yeah, my brain never stops. Ideas are going through it constantly, and I have to make sure that I don't spread myself thin trying to focus and pursue all of my ideas, which has been a big problem in the past. I need to find that one idea, hyper focus on that one idea, get it to the point that I want it to be at, and then move on once it's established to some of the other ideas. And he talks about in here how the way that he got away from himself, again, going back home, I think is trying to get back true to himself and in a better place. But he talks about how he lost his self-esteem, and there was self-loathing. It grows. And so, yeah, and here he is laying on the couch. This could be due to, the struggles that he's had with Lyme disease and being in pain all the time and seeing the doctors and the therapists and being prescribed pills and everything. But this might also be a depression thing. And I've talked about it in the past where, I've dealt with these things and it's hard to get out of bed, hard to get off the couch. And so, yeah. And then he talks about, drinking glasses clinking and, his dad, but lager, he stopped me from thinking. So again, he got into drinking to slow down his brain and to kind of disassociate from the things that were going on that were taking himself away from himself. So, yeah, very, very interesting, very fun song, but also very deep song and a lot to think about, as Ren always makes us do.
lager, it stopped me from thinking. Am I drinking? Glass clinking, never sinking. My ability to keep on linking to the rhythms of this world. I denied myself love and my self-loathing it grows. I'm wishing for repose, but my brain it never slows. Every single fall we grow. Every time that we stumble, there's a lesson in the blow. But I'm learning so many lessons that I'm begging for them to all stop. I'm begging for peace and relief in my thoughts, cause my brain is about to pop. Ha!
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Um, so I've talked about this in the past, and this is exactly what Ren's talking about is um, failures and stumbling and falling and everything. And the way that I look at it and what I'm trying to teach my daughter is that we're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to stumble and fall. And the biggest thing is, if we fail, it's not about failing. It's not a failure if we learn from it. And this is what it's talking about is, despite this, we learn and we grow from it. And, the way that I look at it is we're all going to fail. So I need to try things and fail fast. And the way that that works is if I fail fast, then I'm going to learn from it and I'm going to learn fast and I'm going to be able to grow in a much faster trajectory than if, um, I became down on myself for the failures and stumbling and falling. So again, I try not to have failures in my life. I try and have them, I try and see them as learning opportunities, which is exactly what Ren is talking about here.
For repose, but my brain it never slows. Oh. Every single fall we grow. Every time that we stumble, there's a lesson in the blow. But I'm learning so many lessons that I'm begging for them to all stop. I'm begging for peace and relief in my thoughts, cause my brain is about to pop. Ha!
Oh man, so he said there's lessons in every blow, and yeah, what was it saying?
Every time that we stumble, there's a lesson in the blow. But I'm learning so many lessons.
Okay, so I'm learning so many lessons. So he's saying that, man, I keep stumbling and I keep falling, like
I'm begging for them to
I'm just begging for them to stop. Like, please, please stop teaching me these lessons. Like, I've had enough of it. Like, I'm just begging for them to stop. So yeah, there's the saying, when it rains, it pours. And, when something goes wrong, it's Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And that's not the exact definition of Murphy's Law, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. So it's pouring right now on him, and he's just begging for it to stop because he's tired of learning these lessons. He just wants the growth. He wants to get back to himself. So yeah.
I'm begging for peace and relief in my thoughts, cause my brain is about to pop. Ha! I've been on the run for so long. I don't know where I'm going. Trying to find my way back to home. I don't show no signs of slowing. But we all must stop. Eventually everybody drop. I never
I want to talk about the video a little bit now, and again, it's animated, it's different. I don't know if I've seen him do other animated videos. Yeah, I think this is the first one. So again, it's very different. But what I noticed about this just a second ago, and I didn't pick it up in the beginning because I didn't know what the song was going to entail and the things that he was going to say and the message that he was trying to portray. But he's driving through a desert, so that's very symbolic of he's lost. He's not on any path. He's not on any specific road that he's going through. He's in that desert. So he talks about it in the song, but he relates it to what he's feeling as driving through the desert, not on a path. He's lost. He wants to find his way back to the main path so that he can be home, can be true to himself. He can stop learning the lessons and keep moving, or he can move forward. So, yeah, just something that I see and recognize with the video if you didn't pick up on that.
Eventually everybody dropped. I never made top of the pops, cause my body went and stopped like the hands on a broken clock. Tick tock, quick shock, yes you're made redundant. I swear I'm not crying, mom, I'm fine, I'm chopping onions. It's hard not to be bitter when your body it doesn't work, when your brain just gives you pain to live through, fighting off the hurt. Fuck every virus dancing with the hemoglobin in my veins. Fuck every time a doctor looks at me with pity in his face, and fuck fate. If this is fate or work, fate, fuck you. How many lessons in this life must I live through? I swear that I had never done anything to deserve this. I kept my spirit kind, and yet it's burning in the furnace. It's burning, burning, worsens. It's burning till I'm worthless. I feel my body burning up, I'm bleeding on these verses. I'm losing sight of purpose, I'm starting not to care, cause you've taken all my dreams from me, there's nothing left there.
Yeah, so I talked about him being on the couch and it possibly being a depression thing, which I know that there's going to be a byproduct of depression based on what he went through. But I said it might be the Lyme disease, and that's exactly what he's talking about here. He's talking about how he's been down and his body's hurting and he's sick of the pity the doctors are looking upon him, because doctors are seeing him and he's like, oh, there's nothing wrong, this is all psychological, there's nothing wrong with your body. And it's because he didn't get tested for the things that were actually wrong with him. And so it was really hard for him to deal with and cope with. And yeah, that's rough to go through. And Yeah, again, these he kept going through these things in his life, and it's like, man, when is this going to stop? When am I going to be seen? When do I, get this fixed so that I can keep moving forward? Because when you're going through all of that stuff and you're in so much pain, the fact that he did keep moving forward despite all of that pain, so impressive. Shows the resilience of Ren. Shows that he's never going to stop despite, stumbling and learning these life lessons. He's going to keep on going.
I'm starting not to care, cause you've taken all my dreams from me, there's nothing left there. I've been on the run for so long, I don't know where I'm going.
Love this.
Trying to find my way back to home, I don't show no signs of slowing. But we all must stop. Eventually everybody drops. But we all must stop. Eventually everybody drops.
Okay, so I was listening to the IEIOs and all of that stuff, so I was kind of not paying attention to the video. So I want to take it back because it just shows him in the hospital bed. It shows his, hands on his head and the despair and everything like that. So again, through the IEIOs, if we're just listening to this on Spotify, we're just hearing kind of the outro and everything like that. But when you watch it on the video, you're seeing the things that he's talking about and the despair that he's in and all of that stuff. So I'm glad that I caught that and took it back because initially I wasn't necessarily paying attention to the video. I was kind of lost in my own thoughts about things with the IEIOs. So yeah, and I'm not going to try and mimic because we're not going to have a cringeworthy moment on this video like I've done so many times in the past. We'll skip that one, even though I think that they're funny and yeah, we'll just say IEIEOs. I'm not going to try and mimic the sound of it, just the words that are being said.
But we all must stop. Eventually
Showing
everybody
the hospital
drops.
bed, him in the hospital bed. This is where it hit me so powerful. Uh, Man. So when you actually, so you see him there with his hands on his head and showing the despair, but then you're looking in the background about what is is there. And so Town Called Malice, I don't know if that's a band because I see Sex Pistols and The Clash, and I know that those are bands, and I'm guessing those are some inspiration for him. So I wonder what symbolic nature that poster in particular has. And so yeah, if you guys know, because again, I haven't done chapters 1 through 8 yet, and that's going to give me a lot more insight. And like I said, I don't know why I'm having a little bit of apprehension about doing those ones. I think because of how deep he gets, that I think that I'm a little bit worried about my own emotions and my own mental state. And so I want to be in a really good place before I do those ones. So again, this may come from those that may give me more explanation, but if you guys can give me some insight in the comments about Town Called Malice, Sex Pistols, Damned, The Clash, there's some other ones in there that I can't read because they're blurred out there. But again, I'm sure it's symbolic. Ren doesn't just aimlessly put things into his videos. Like everything has a purpose. And again, he references a lot of other songs in every song, and he kind of brings back. He's telling a story with all of his music, but tying them all in together and creating this spider web, as somebody else said in the comments, of his music and everything like that. So again, he's not aimlessly putting things into his music, but again, when you focus only on him and his despair, you kind of miss some of those little nuances in the video, like him driving through a desert and all of those things. Everything does have meaning. Oh, he found the path. Maybe look at that. Yep. Again, let's hide this. Let's go hide. Let's go back and let's see the credits again where he's giving credit. So I think this is the exact same thing that I stopped on before, and it is. Again, it's it's crazy. This is the second time that he's getting credit. So he gave it at the start of the video. He's giving it at the end of the video. So it's just, again, really, really cool to see that. So, killer video. Thank you, Yona, for giving that recommendation. Very much so not country, but again, from the beginning, I can see where you're like, this may sound as close to country as it is. It kind of did, but in the end, not even close. So, yeah, Ren, if you watch this, I've actually heard that Ren comments on reactors' videos sometimes. Ooh, if I were to get a comment from Ren himself on one of my videos, oh, that would be, I mean, at this point, dream come true, if you will, because that would just be incredible to, again, I've gotten recognition from y'all and in the comments that you're doing, the views that I'm getting, the likes that I'm getting, and I'm getting that validation from you, but the ultimate validation would come from Ren recognizing this video. So again, really cool. Again, his messages are deep, but he does it in a positive way because he wants to find his way back home. He wants to be true to himself. He wants to, move past these, stumbles in his life. And, sometimes we do need to stop and we do need to take care of ourselves and, quit pushing through it all just to push. Like, sometimes it is good to take a step back and, stop what it is that is happening and just reflect and sometimes we do fall into the habits of, in this case, drinking to silence the voices in his head. So yeah, great video. Again, thank you so much for the recommendation. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my video, hit the notification buttons to let you know when I am making these drops. Again, trying to be consistent in the videos that I am putting out, so I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'm excited for the next video that I'm going to get into, so make sure that you like that. Well, make sure that you check out that song that I do next. And I was going to keep it ambiguous, but I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to get into a Romaine video, strictly Romaine, outside of Ren. I really love Romaine, and it was like, do I do Romaine? Do I do Goran? But I've commented on Romaine so much in his voice that that's the video that I'm going to do next. So if you want to see that video, I'm going to drop it almost immediately after this video. So you'll be able to quickly keep an eye out for that. And yeah, until next time, guys, keep on chasing the beats.